Pistachios are the only major snack nut where the FDA lets a package say pistachio right on the front, while the protein number on the back can prove less than a third of what's inside is actually pistachio. So I started pulling bags off the shelf, one after another, weighing what that word actually means once you flip the package over. The protein line turns out to be a far more honest signal than the name on the front, because real pistachio always carries a certain amount of protein that nothing else quite imitates. All 8 products today share that same word on the label, the same shelf placement that tells your brain this is the healthy one. What gets them there is completely different. One small number on the back is about to become a test you can carry with you for good. I scooped a spoonful, let it sit right there on my tongue without swallowing, and the first thing that hit wasn't pistachio richness, it was sugar. BETTERGOODS launched in 2022 as Walmart's answer to the Better For You private label boom, sitting on the same shelf as national brands but priced well under them. That strategy only works if the recipe gets assembled from whatever fat sources are cheapest that quarter, a very different starting point than building a product around the nut itself. A real pistachio butter doesn't need anything beyond the nut, because pistachios already carry enough natural oil that grinding alone releases it and turns into a smooth spread. This jar instead blends ground pistachio with 3 separate fats plus non-fat dry milk and sugar, then tops it off with artificial flavoring to mask how little pistachio is doing the work. 3 separate fat sources showing up before any flavor correction was even needed. That's the manufacturing tell pistachio content fell low enough to need rescuing. One serving here has 3 grams of protein, where the baseline from whole pistachio sits around 7. That's not a rounding error, that's nearly 2/3 of the pistachio missing from a jar with the word printed right across the front. Try it yourself before you decide. Scoop a spoonful, let it sit on your tongue. Don't swallow right away. Real pistachio butter coats your tongue with oil richness almost immediately. This one runs the opposite way, sweetness first, oil richness second, because sugar is leading the ingredient list instead of pistachio. This jar has 0 sodium, a real specific strength worth naming, even next to everything else working against it. $2.83 per ounce. That's the highest price of all 8 products I'm ranking today. LINDT invented the conching technique back in 1879, grinding chocolate continuously for hours at controlled heat with one purpose: strip out bitterness and build a smooth flavor through the process itself, no added flavoring required. The Dubai-style bar itself only became a category at all after a single viral video in 2023 turned a niche Emirati dessert into something every major chocolate brand felt pressure to copy within the year, fast and at scale. That speed is the part worth noticing. But this bar stuffs that 145-year-old chocolate base with Kadayif pastry, pistachio paste, almonds, and hazelnuts. Too many competing components at industrial scale make the flavor inconsistent from batch to batch, so artificial flavoring gets added twice to force a unified taste the conching process alone can't deliver anymore once the recipe got this complicated. 2 pieces in one serving carries 30% of the saturated fat limit most doctors recommend for an entire day, and there's no fiber in this chocolate to slow that down. 30% in 2 small pieces with nothing in this chocolate to soften that landing. Snap the bar in half and smell the break immediately before you even take a bite. Properly conched chocolate releases a sharp, clean cocoa butter scent. This one goes the other way. The first note is flatter, rounder, the telltale sign of added flavoring sitting on top of the base, not coming from the chocolate itself. Fair credit where it's earned, though. The chocolate base itself, separate from the filling, is genuinely well made, easy to lose under everything else stacked into this bar, and under the $8 price tag doing a lot of the talking on shelf. 240 milligrams of sodium, 10% of the daily limit most doctors recommend, packed into a quarter cup. The Wonderful Company controls roughly 60% of pistachio acreage in the United States, which means most of the bags on this list, including some still ahead, trace back to orchards owned by the same parent company, just dressed differently for different shelves. Plain, dry-roasted pistachios need no added oil. The nut's own natural fat stays exactly as nature built it. This product is oil-roasted instead. Sunflower oil acts as the carrier that helps the chili seasoning stick to every nut. Dry roast needs no carrier because the pistachio's own oil is already enough. Oil roast needs a separate oil just to get seasoning to stick. That oil is sunflower oil, which runs high in omega-6 fat, and high-heat roasting pushes that omega-6 rich oil towards oxidation faster than the nut's own natural fat would oxidize on its own. The seasoning didn't just add sodium, the oil carrying it changed the fat chemistry of the whole product. Two separate problems stacked from one process decision, and both trace back to the same choice to flavor the nut instead of just selling it plain. 2 handfuls and you're not at 10% anymore. You're at 20 before lunch. Bite down and listen before you read another word about sodium. Plain dry roasted pistachios give a sharp, dry snap. The oil-roasted seasoned kind gives a softer, slightly muffled crunch because the oil coating changes how the nut fractures between your teeth. Fair. The chili seasoning here uses real Tabasco pepper, not an artificial heat extract, which is genuinely worth naming since most seasoned snack nuts lean on cheaper capsaicin extract instead. Same wonderful name sitting on 2 different bags on the same shelf. I'm not saying which one yet, but the gap between them is wider than chili flavoring alone can explain. The most expensive thing on this list so far isn't the worst offender. The cheapest pure bag has nothing to hide at all. Every problem so far traces back to something standing in for pistachio instead of being pistachio. So why does this industry keep reaching for additives instead of simply using more of the actual nut? Is there a pistachio product on an American shelf with nothing to hide behind? And does the cheap bag or the expensive box get there first? The next 5 stop hiding behind the pistachio name. One of them is still hiding something else, somewhere nobody thinks to look, in a product most people would call the healthiest thing on this entire list. Half a gram of trans fat, a number nobody expects to find in ice cream, since most people assume trans fat disappeared along with hydrogenated oil over a decade ago. HÄAGEN-DAZS built its entire premium positioning in the 1960s on the promise of using fewer, better ingredients than the air-heavy supermarket brands of that era, and on that promise, the company still mostly delivers. Super premium ice cream earns its label through low overrun, pumping in only 20 to 30% air instead of the 50 to 100% that budget brands use, so every spoonful comes out denser and richer. Low overrun requires high butterfat, 14 to 16%, just to hold that density together without collapsing. Cream itself naturally carries 2 to 5% ruminant trans fat, a byproduct of how cows digest grass, not from any hydrogenated oil at all. The same density mechanism that makes this product taste richer is, technically, the exact reason it's the only one on this list carrying measurable trans fat. The premium positioning and the health liability come from the same manufacturing choice. They can't be separated. Half a gram doesn't sound like much until you remember this is the only product in the entire lineup carrying any trans fat at all. Finish the whole pint. And that's roughly 1.25 grams on top of everything else this dessert already carries. Here's a test I call the fingertip melt test. Press a small spoonful between 2 fingers for 10 seconds. High butterfat ice cream melts into a greasy film fast because so much fat is packed into so little air. Lower fat versions melt into a thinner, less oily film. I let a scoop sit out for 5 minutes before eating it on purpose, the way this brand is meant to be eaten, and the texture barely moved. Honest, the number's worth sitting with. Trans fat plus 95 milligrams of cholesterol, both stated plainly here, even on a brand most people grew up trusting. 44% of the daily value for added sugar, the highest number of any product on this entire list, dessert or snack. TALENTI started as a single gelato counter in Argentina before Unilever acquired the brand in 2014 and scaled the bain-marie production method, the slow cook approach borrowed from the original shop, up to national grocery distribution. That scaling is exactly where the stabilizer trade-off below comes from, since a small batch made fresh daily can rely on egg yolks alone, but a product sitting in freezer trucks for weeks cannot. Standard ice cream uses egg yolks as its stabilizer, rich, carrying cholesterol, but holding the mix together through churning and freezing without much else needed. This gelato swaps egg yolks for 3 industrial gums, instead guar, carabine, and terra. Dropping the egg yolks cuts cholesterol by roughly 2/3 compared to an egg-based base. But gums alone don't lower the freezing point enough to keep gelato scoopable at standard freezer temperature. Dextrose gets added specifically to solve that freezing point problem, not for sweetness. Dextrose is still sugar, and it stacks on top of the cane sugar already in the recipe. Stir it for about a minute before serving so the pistachio flavor folds into every spoonful, not just wherever the pieces happen to land. I like it spooned over angel food cake, nothing else added. What holds this back? Plainly, 3 industrial gums plus dextrose, and that 44% daily sugar figure, even with the cholesterol number working in this brand's favor. Same wonderful name, same 28-gram serving, but 2 ingredients instead of 12. This bag comes from the same Central Valley orchards as the chili-seasoned one ranked earlier, processed at the same facilities, on the same harvest schedule. The only branch point is a decision made after roasting, leave it plain or run it through the oil and seasoning line. Dry roasted pistachios keep the nut's natural monounsaturated fat profile intact, the exact opposite of the oil roast process from the chili bag earlier. California is now the largest pistachio growing region in the country, and most of that orchard stock traces back to rootstock imported from Iran decades ago, a connection most people never think about while holding a simple bag of roasted, salted nuts. Dry roasting needs no carrier at all. Salt clings directly to the surface of the hot roasted nut, and that's the entire production story. No extra step in between, no oil bridging anything to anything else. Scoop a 1/4 cup into your palm without looking, and pay attention to what your hand tells you before your eyes do. Pure roasted nut feels noticeably heavier and denser than any seasoned or oil-coated variety, because there's no oil or seasoning adding volume without adding matching weight. I ran both side by side in the same afternoon, and the difference was sharper than I expected for something this simple. Clean, roasted flavor, simple with a real sea salt crunch. The most enjoyable plain roasted and salted experience I tried while making this video. Nothing oily sitting between your tongue and the actual nut, just roast and salt doing exactly what they're supposed to, batch after batch. One real catch, it's easy to overeat without any built-in portion cue. 21 servings in one bag, and nothing stopping one handful from turning into 3 except self-control and whatever's playing on the TV in front of you. 30 grams versus 28 grams. A small serving size difference, but enough to make 2 bags look like 2 completely different products on the shelf. Costco doesn't manufacture anything under the Kirkland signature name. Every product gets contracted out to an existing producer, often one already making a name brand version of the same item, and the agreement usually keeps the manufacturer's identity off the label entirely. That arrangement is exactly why nobody outside the supply chain can say for certain which facility filled this particular bag, even though the nutrition panel reads almost identically to a brand most shoppers already trust. Normalized to the same gram weight, Kirkland's numbers land almost exactly where wonderful roasted and salteds do. The gap is rounding error small. Yet most shoppers assume these two are meaningfully different, one a familiar national brand, the other Costco's house label. The only real gap between this brand and the one ranked above it is a labeling and bulk packaging choice, not a difference in the nut itself. Even reddish tan color across the handful signals consistent roasting timing batch to batch. Pale nuts mixed with dark ones in the same handful signals inconsistent roasting, even inside the same bag, even from the same warehouse club. This jar's been sitting in my own pantry for months now, and the bulk size genuinely changes daily snacking habits when 2 people are splitting it over several weeks instead of buying small bags constantly and running out halfway through. What's genuinely unclear is co-packer traceability, and pricing varies enough by region that it needs in-store verification. That's a real uncertainty, not a soft way of avoiding the question, and I'd rather say that plainly than guess at a number for you. 120 milligrams of sodium, the lowest of all 8 products on this list, by a wide enough margin that it stands alone, even against the other plain dry-roasted brands. This is a 55-year family farm outside Sacramento, started by a grower who couldn't get a fair contract price from the larger processors back when the California pistachio industry was still young, and built his own hulling equipment rather than ship his harvest off to a competitor's facility. Where HÄAGEN-DAZS premium process accidentally concentrated a health liability, this small batch process does the opposite. Brine-soaked seasoning means pistachios sit in salt water before roasting, so salt penetrates the nut itself, instead of needing oil as a carrier to make seasoning stick to the surface. No oil carrier needed means no added omega-6 exposure, no oxidation risk from a second fat source. Salt absorption happens through soaking, not surface coating, so a lower total sodium number still delivers the same flavor impact. Dry roasting after the soak keeps the nut's natural fat profile untouched. The same dry roast advantage Wonderful Roasted and Salted has, but achieved here on a flavored product, structurally rare in this entire category. The most expensive chocolate on this list got its richness from a process that accidentally concentrated a health risk. The cheapest bag in this entire lineup got its safety from a process that removed one. Open the bag and smell before your fingers touch a single nut. Brine-soaked, dry-roasted pistachios carry a cleaner, more green aroma with no oil-forward smell at all, because nothing but salt water ever touched them.
The trade-off is real, though. The price per ounce runs higher than the big national brands here, 75 cents versus 44.9 cents, a real gap worth weighing.
If the ingredient list needs more than 2 items to taste like pistachio, pistachio isn't doing the work anymore. That holds true well beyond this one aisle. If protein per serving falls below what the whole nut delivers, something cheaper replaced it, no matter what the front label claims. These days, I check the protein line before I look at anything else on the label. That's my own call after everything I found making this one.
What's the snack sitting in your pantry right now that you've never actually checked the protein line on? Every shelf in the grocery store has a story like this one, hiding in plain sight behind a familiar word. I'm working through them, one at a time. One small number on the back of the package. That's what I'm looking at first from now on. And maybe you will too.